Alright, so in this video, I'm gonna say very provocative things that might offend you, but trust me, friends, I have your best financial interests at heart. And so here's my statement. If you're financially struggling, if you have a job and you're dependent on other people for your financial well-being and the financial well-being of your family, it's because you're a wimp. So in life, you always have a choice, but this is the choice that somehow they influenced you or they made you make that choice without your conscious awareness. And the choice is to either be a wimp or a millionaire. So let me explain what I mean. First of all, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a series of books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that are aiming at the same idea, but he is being delicate because he's blaming the father. So his story is that when he was a kid, and this is a fictional story, obviously it's not true at all, I don't believe it, but when he was a kid, he has a best friend, and his best friend had a father who was very rich. His own father was a teacher or somebody working in the school system, whatever. So Kiyosaki was saying that he learned more from his best friend's father because he learned how to be a businessman, how to take care of himself and not rely on a job. So that's all fiction, but it's great fiction because he was able to sell millions of his book series, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm going deeper. I'm saying don't blame your father, don't blame your mother, don't blame your parents, don't blame your friends, don't blame your teachers. Look at yourself. You've made a choice without anyone forcing you. You've made a choice to be a wimp, and that is reflected in your financial situation. Specifically, that's why you have a job and you're not a business owner. Kiyosaki also wrote the cash flow quadrant I recommended, where he's differentiating between having a job and having a business. He talks about two other quadrants like freelancers, self-employed, and being an investor, but that's irrelevant. It's not very powerful because obviously after you're a business owner, you're going to make profits and you will learn how to invest your money. You're not stupid. And being a freelancer, a self-employed, it doesn't make sense. You cannot employ yourself, right? So Kiyosaki is talking about being a freelancer, but a freelancer is basically like an employee, but he doesn't have a job. Every day he has to look for a job. So that's not good. So why are we talking about freelancing? It doesn't make sense. So to me, you're either an employee or a business owner. If you're an employee right now, it's because you have a wimp mindset. You're a sheep. You follow the herd. You're not a tiger. You're not a predator. If you're a business owner right now, even if you're not cash flow positive 100%, but you can see the path towards profitability, then you're a tiger. You're what I call a millionaire. You have a millionaire mindset. And most people, most men specifically, don't want to admit that they are a wimp right now. But I guarantee you that if you have a friend who's a millionaire and he looks at you and you're still working for somebody else, even though you're older than 30, you're basically a wimp. Okay? And so many men will stop the video at this point because they're going, well, Peter, what is this crap? Why are you abusing me? I'm not abusing you because I used to be a wimp, but one day I woke up. It's like the movie The Matrix, you're part of the matrix, their matrix. You do whatever they want you to do because you're just a battery. You're just a battery for the corporation that employs you. And they're even explicit about it. They call you a human resource, right? They have computer resources, they have financial resources, and then they have human resources, and you are a human resource. So the goal here is that from human resource, you have to become a resourceful human. You have to be able to take independent action to make money. You have to develop the millionaire mindset. The millionaire is not afraid of failure. He knows that failure is just a step towards success. Failure is rehearsal for success. So when you have an actor who's rehearsing and he's making a lot of mistakes, who cares? I mean, that's part of the game, right? So the actor is rehearsing time and time again, hundreds of times, and on the day of the performance or the shooting, he's delivering a perfect performance. He's successful. So it's important to understand that the millionaire is not afraid of failure. He embraces failure. He tries to fail as fast as he can so that he can get to success. But most people, ooh, failure, I don't want to fail, and they don't even start. They don't even try. That's the wimp mindset. And I'm telling you something today that nobody has ever told you because they're polite, they don't want to make you angry, they don't want to disrupt your belief system. But look, I'm going to be very honest. I'm telling you the truth because once you make the shift towards becoming a millionaire in your mind, you might not have $1 million in your bank account, but once you make the shift to becoming a millionaire, then you're ready to work with me because I cannot work with sheep. I need to work with tigers, predators, people who have a can't stop me attitude. It's like what Ayn Rand said. She wrote, the question is not who's going to let me. The question is who's going to stop you. Well, I have good news for you. Whatever you want to do in this life that is within the parameters of the law or within the laws of physics, you're allowed to do it. Most people don't do anything. They just follow the routine every day. They wake up, they hit the alarm clock, they make a cup of coffee, they shower, they go to work. Everybody looks good, everybody smells good, but everybody is a slave. The modern office today is just filled with zombies wearing nice clothes, smelling good, but they're not in charge of their own destiny. And once you realize that, then you wake up and you try to become a millionaire. It doesn't take a lot of time to switch from being a wimp to being a millionaire. But it does take some time to succeed as a business owner. But once you make that radical step, I don't want to call it a leap of faith. It's really just a step. You just cross the line and you become a millionaire in the way that you're thinking, in the way that you're speaking, in the way that you're walking, in the way that you're dressing. Then we can work together. You can be an affiliate for me, for other people, a reseller, a collaborator, a YouTube presenter and reviewer. You can do so many things when you're a millionaire. But when you think like a wimp, you're always afraid. Oh, I'm afraid to lose my job. AI is going to take over. What if I lose my job? I have to please my boss. I have to collaborate with my coworkers whom I hate. Okay, you might not hate your coworkers, but they're not really your friends, okay? You know that because you're not going out with them. So for the men out there, women, I don't know, they have a different set of problems, but they can join this group as well. But I'm talking to the men out there. If you have a job, you're a wimp. If you have a business and you're on your way to success, then you're a millionaire. So there's no two ways about it. It's like computers, it's a 1 or a 0. There's nothing in between. If you're a wimp, you're a 0. You're not going to have financial freedom. You're not going to have financial freedom if you're a wimp. If you have a job, you're going to be working till they fire you because you're too old or because you're too weak to work at age 65. You're not going to make it. You have to become a business owner. And the first step is to understand that every moment of every day, you're making a choice between being a wimp or being a millionaire. Every moment of every day, you have the opportunity to begin to think like a millionaire. The reason why people keep being a wimp, it's that it's a reflex. It's a habit, right? Better the devil we know than the one we don't. But I'm here to tell you that I've met thousands of people in my life. I've never met someone who made the shift from being a wimp to being a millionaire who regretted it. It's like regretting learning how to ride a bike. You can't regret it. It's a skill. In the same manner, business is a skill. Thinking like a millionaire is a skill. It's a skill that you got to practice over and over again. And so it's very possible that this video is your wake-up call. I'm inviting you to stop thinking like a wimp, stop talking like a wimp, and start thinking and talking and acting like a millionaire. And millionaires are fearless. They're not afraid of rejection or failure. They embrace rejection, failure. They embrace risk. They embrace adventure. That's what it's all about. It's not about having a cushy job that you're executing like a software program, very predictable, very obedient, very compliant. Friends, I'm telling you, it's time to wake up and stop being a wimp and start thinking and acting like a millionaire.